Hey guys, Nuts here, Farm here. Sorry I've been gone for quite a while. I kind of just decided to take a little break for a little bit. Um, but I'm back now. So let's get started with my 2011 Not Scary Farm review. Here is the map that I got opening night. It is all crinkled up. It was in my pocket because I knew where everything was, but I always like to collect the maps. But so we got an Acropolis monster on the front. Uh, Halloween Haunt 2011. The warning, and then the haunted attraction. So we'll start off. Slaughterhouse. Slaughterhouse this year. Uh, I liked it. It was good. There was points where I felt their energy dropped a little bit, but it was mainly consistent throughout. Out of the 3 nights that I went through it about 7 times, I think, in the whole year. Yeah, I think 7 times. I went through it opening night like 3 or 4, and then the second night I went through a couple more times, and then the third night that I went through it. I think once or twice. But out of that, I felt like I really got the feel for it, and I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, just because what I said, like the moment where I felt like energy should have been higher, but they definitely tried their best, so I'll give it to them. Fallout Shelter. Fallout Shelter is located on the lake. Was a new maze for 2010. Fallout Shelter. It's I'll do Fallout Shelter and Virus C together because these two kind of fit in together. Um, for what I'm gonna explain, it's weird to see Fallout Shelter and Fire C their second year because you remember those mazes from the year before that. When they're new, you remember um, you remember certain things in that, and it's weird to go through again and not see that. Um, so, um, but Fallout Shelter, they had high energy most of the time that I went through. Um, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Like I said, along with like I said with Slaughterhouse, there was points in the maze where I didn't feel there was enough energy that should have been, but they definitely tried their best. So 8 out of 10. And then with Fire C, like I said, it's weird the way you remember it. But I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 just because um, and there was stuff that kind of brought it down for me that didn't really make the maze fun for me. Um, but there was a couple people in there that really tried their best, but then there was some that decided to make it not fun. But I really loved the ending scene from um, right as you come out of the classroom from there to the very end. That was really high energy. I loved that. It was awesome. So lockdown last year, this year, started being confirmed. But I didn't really like lockdown this year. It's sad. It's been a good maze in previous years, but this year I didn't feel it. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. There was moments where monsters would just look at me. I mean, there was moments where I liked it, but then there was moments where I'd walk from one hallway and then to the next hallway, and there would be from here to here. Here's the first monster, right here, and then the next monster would be in a hallway, like a whole hallway. I wouldn't see a monster, and then some of them would just stare at me. But there was people in there that really put up the energy, but there were just moments where I felt it it just didn't. It's a high energy maze, and I don't know. It's just people just. I feel like a lot of people didn't give their all, but there was people in there. Clipper, boy, but you guys did your best. So you guys did good. Delirium, Delirium new this year. Um, Everyone hyped it up so much, so much. I expected nothing but awesomeness, and it was amazing. It was awesome, but um, from what everyone was hyping it up, I expected it to be better than it was, and a little bit. It was a little short. That's what kind of disappointed me. The sets were good. The monsters were good. I'm gonna give it a 9.5 out of 10. They really brought it. All 3 nights that I went, I was creeped out by it. big time. So Delirium 9.5 out of 10. Terror of London. Terror of London's getting old to me. I've seen it. I've been through it. It's the same. And with the new ending this year, it looked like it was just bloody sheets. That's all it looked like to me. And I discussed it with other people, and they thought the exact same thing. But there is creepy points in that maze, like the girls in the rooms. They always they creep me out in their ways. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 as well, along with Lockdown and Virus C. I don't know, just Terror London's getting really old to me. I've seen it; it's been there. So 7 out of 10 for Terror of London. Doll Factory. Doll Factory's last year. It was the oldest maze at Haunt in 2011, longest running maze. Um, Now Doll Factory. Doll Factory. It's 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 weird to see. Like I said, it's just weird to see that maze. Like you remember it from years like that, but Doll Factory, since it was last year, I expected it to go off the bang. Opening night, that did it. I expected it to be that, but the other nights, I don't know. Just there was a lot of monsters that would stare at me. It trying to be creepy stares, but I know Doll Factories are creepy, but I mean, get high energy with it. They kind of just stared and did their own kind of thing. It was different. I didn't like it, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. Um, I didn't. I expected it to go out with a bigger bang, but what can you do? So, uh, Dia de los Muertos, Aaron's future home. Um, Dia, Dia. I want to explain this. Everyone always bags on Dia. The thing is with Dia, it's in bumper cars. Bumper cars is one of the last mazes to be put up because it is bumper cars. It's the ride during regular knots. So what they want to do is they can't start it until I think September 1st. They can't start it until then, and that's a month to put up a maze. And most people think, oh, yeah, that's a long time. That's a plenty of time to put up a maze. What you have to do is you have to put the walls up. You have to paint it. You have to prop it. You have to get all the props to make sure they work. Put all the sounds in. They have to put everything in, and it's just hard for that area over there. I mean, the it depends on the talent. They have good sets. I really like the sets that they have, but it just depends on the talent and how they do. And the talent tried their best, but it's just one of those mazes that's never going to be amazing to me. Um, so I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. Invasion Beneath, new this year Mine Ride. I really like the theme for this ride. I like how it's like it's actually happening now. Like you're in it, like you're the people. But like every maze, it depends on the talent, and um, it just it didn't scare me necessarily. There was one part when one of the aliens popped out from the or I don't know if we can call them aliens or not. They looked more robotic, but he popped out from like a little box, and I didn't expect it because when you're sitting on the train, I was sitting on the closest to where it popped out, and I didn't expect it, so that really got me. But Invasion Beneath, the talent did just they tried their best, but it was um, it was more of like I felt like they were like kind of like guiding us out instead of scaring us. Um, but I mean, they did try their best. But I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Of all 3 times that I went on it at least once. I think opening night we went twice. No, second night I went twice. So give it a 7 out of 10. Sleepy Hollow Mountain, so, log ride along with Mine Ride. They're going to be hard to prop. They're going to be hard to have the talent because it is a ride. It's a regular not that ride. So it's hard for that talent, and I give it to I give it to Mine Ride and log ride. They do try their best, but Sleepy Hollow to me, I don't know. I just don't like the theming last year was really good. I liked it, but this year I don't know. It just didn't go well with me. So I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. I know that's low, but it is the Iron Log Ride. So it's harder to do that, but I felt like the talent could have been a little high more energy. So 6 out of 10. Uncle Bobo's Big Top of the Bazaar. Uncle Bobo's I really liked this year. I like the new layout that they did with it and the new rooms and all that. So Uncle Bobo's, I'm gonna give a 9 out of 10. Not just because I know people in it, but every time I went through, there was always high energy in that maze, and I really really liked it. Um, Shout out to Kelly. If you guys can't see, that's Uncle Bobo right there. That's the character that he was. He did awesome with it. And Kalari, you scared me every single time I walked through that maze, and I went through that maze at least 5 or 6 times. So it was awesome this year. I really loved it. Virus C, well, I already did that one, but yeah, so I'll move on. Cornstalkers. Cornstalkers. Um, it's old. They did a new kind of theme last year, but they did the same. Um, they just changed like the beginning up and all that. Last year I really loved it. This year, I don't know. I just didn't like it this year. Uh, it was it just the talent literally destroyed that maze. I went through opening night and the second night, and everything was up. I remember like where walls were and all that. I went through my third night that I went, and there was walls of corn that were just knocked down, and it was all over the floor, and you could see where the person was hiding, and it just didn't fit well with me after that. But I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. So yeah, Cornstalkers. End Games, new for 2011. End Games for me was personally my favorite maze this year. It just a little bit more the talent just brought it for me. So I'm gonna give it a 9 3/4 out of 10. It just a little bit better than Delirium. Um, Nothing against Delirium and everyone in there. You guys rocked it, absolutely. Got creeped out. But End Games is like Delirium. With Delirium, it's a creepy setting. With End Games, it had the loud music. Winds of Plague was in there. Loud music. So it had like the high energy in there set. With Delirium, you have the more creepy music and sounds where they have to build it up and talent has to really give it. This one was just loud and the um, talent was really into it. They're all over the place. I really, really, really loved it. So I'm gonna give it a 9 3/4 out of 10. So that concludes all the mazes. But Scare Zones, Ghost Town Brockdale. I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. There was moments where I saw some flaws in it, but they always brought it. Necropolis, 9 out of 10. First year Necropolis, I didn't really understand. I didn't really like it. I didn't really understand it. But then this year, I really when I got to know more of the story and I talked to a lot of the monsters and they told me like their characters. I really like what they did. They theme it well. They costumes fit it. The characters that they have are amazing. So yeah, Carnival. To me, Carnival it was my favorite scare zone this year. All the rookies that were in there was a lot of rookies. You guys just couldn't tell. There was a lot of rookies in there, but they didn't seem like rookies. They seemed like veterans. It was awesome. I really liked what they did. It was awesome. Personally, to me, Carnival was a 10 out of 10. I really loved. They had high energy. All three scare zones had high energy, but I just felt like Carnival had the most. Um, but I'm gonna give Haunt an overall rating this year of a 9 3/4 out of 10. There was some parts that didn't really fill up for me. But I'm gonna switch to my flip and go show you guys some cool things that my little Haunt collection that I have. So I'm gonna go show you guys what I have in my room. So yeah. Hey guys, here's my little Haunt collection. Sorry, it's the next day. I got busy, so we have my Overlord statue, the envelope and the invitation that they brought when they came back from school, the watch that was in the bag, newspaper that it's from Scare School and Bobo's. One of my teachers knows I love Scare Farm, so she brought it in and she brought that in for me. That's cool. Got an Isn't October sticker yet. Have a cockroach from Delirium that one of the monsters handed me. The behind there you can't really see it, but it's the envelope when I won the Bloodshed Brothers contest a while back. But here are all the Haunt cards: Seymour, the Asylum, Bride, Cornstalkers, Lockdown, Greenwich, Slaughterhouse, Necropolis, Doll Factory, Carnival. My bad. Hold on. Oh, Boom, Terror of London, Sleepy Hollow Mountain, and Vampire Queen.